Hello YouTube and welcome to this 23rd Avatar Conquest battle in the Daisetsuzan Basin against the Mazshik. Today I'm going to bring you a really awesome battle. This was one of the most, I think this was the longest battle I've had yet in Shogun Total War. My opponent did a lot of good moves and it was definitely an action-filled battle, so I'm very much looking forward to casting this for you guys. Anyway, let's take a look at some unit composition here. On the left, I've got 2 units of Yari Cav hidden in the woods. One of them is my utmost veteran unit, the 3 experienced Kazino Seikon. In the middle here, I've got 4 Katana Samurai with 2 Yari Samurai protecting the flanks, a Bow Samurai in the middle for that backbone support, and then 3 units of Yari Yoshigaru as throwable, well not throwable, but you know, peasant units that do damage, but not expect much from them. On the right, I've got a Bow Cavalry. And this Bow Cavalry, initially I sent him to this ridge here to protect any movements from my opponent, but then seeing that he doesn't have anything on the right, I'm going to push forward, scout it out. If he has any units here, he's probably going to be trying to capture me, to take me off guard and attack my Bow Cavalry unit. Let's take a look at his main force. In the meantime, you can see that my opponent has 4 units of Bow Ashigaru, veteran, and veteran. So, veteran bow units. Good for you. And then over here, he's got a Yari Sam veteran, a Yari Sam veteran, 2 Naginatas, one of them is a veteran, and a Yari veteran. And then in the back, he's got another Yari veteran, and then another Naginata. So, a lot of veterans. Doesn't look too good for me, does it? 2 units of Yari Cav are now going to be trying to assault my Bow Cavalry, who are long gone and out of the vicinity, and they're going to be actually taking this little hill, or whatever you want to call it, and they're going to actually be shooting into my opponent. You can see he stopped the charge, trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. You can see that he initially wanted to go around, but I'm going to be taking shots into his cavalry, and they have no hora, so turn them around not, for they will get hit, and they're going to hit hard. I only killed about 2 units in that initial initial volley, and you can see that I killed more units here, so and more units here. So that's 8 horses. Good casualties to start the game out with. You can see that my opponent has his eyes on the farmhouse. He feels confident that he can take the right side. And he's going to go ahead and move his units back here into the cover of this little ridge. But I mistakenly thought that, like this ridge was going to be covered from this side. But I was heavily mistaken, because these are actually symmetric clones of each other. You can see that this little ridge area here, where the cav can run up, is not present here. So I'm going to actually command my units to run here, all the while moving my army. I'm going to capture this area, capture these 2 hills and this little valley. So I'm going to just run them there, thinking that if my opponent does try to come around, I'll have time to react, right? But look at this. He's not going to give me time to react, because, well, he can run right up here, and this is what he's going to do. He's going to run right up the hill and smash headfirst into my Bow Cavalry, who are going to get decimated. You can see here, not a pretty sight to behold for my Bow Cav, and they're going to die. I try to run them away, but it's too late. They were bogged down. They're gone. So Caduce to my opponent. First awesome move. He takes the lead with that. I took away 8 of his horses, and in that fight, I took away some more. But yeah, pretty much took my Bow Cavalry unit out. So that's what, 750 gone? Or was it 800? Anyway, so he takes my unit out, but I'm going to at least sort of like force a better position, at least here. At this point, my opponent could have easily taken the sword dojo, and I just cannot allow that. So I'm going to actually activate my hidden units that I actually wanted to use initially to attack the bow units that were advanced. This would have been an excellent target. Would have been able to run up here, smash into these guys. Look, no defense, no cover at all. You know, if he, damn it, stupid ridge, stupid thing. But anyway, I'm going to attack his units here. He sees that I've got a veteran in the mix, and he's not going to stay in for long. He knows better. So he's going to get out of there, and there he is, running out of there as soon as he can. I'm going to try to catch him. You can see that I'm already in diamond formation, and I'm trying to micro my units to kind of cut his path, but they're already on the run, and let's see if I'm going to be able to catch them or not. So you can see at this point that some more Bow Ashigaru are going up the hill, and I think he still fears that I have hidden units in that tree, in that wood. but I don't. I really don't. So here comes the charge, and you can see that I'm going to be able to catch one of his units off guard. And look at that charge by my Kazuno Seikon unit. Took them down. Took 20 of them down with a charge. Like, that is fabulous for a Yari versus a Yari. Against infantry, that'll decimate them even faster. So you can see once they actually get bogged down, they get hit a lot. So I'm actually considering giving them some defense, or maybe some attack. I don't know. So anyway, I don't want too many casualties, so I'm gonna try to bring in my general here to just activate that scared aura, and it works. There you go. Away you go. That's what you get for attacking my bow cavalry, stupid Yari Cav. But anyway, at this point, I have the right side of the map completely under control. So I'm going to actually try to firstly position around him with my cavalry. But this is quickly going to change into a little stall event, and you can see that I've got my 2 Yari samurai units here, and I'm actually going to send one of my Yari Cav to the sword dojo to capture it, because these katana sam, they're gonna like that sword dojo, and they're gonna like the advantages it brings, and they're gonna become awesome machines of death. So you can see here that I'm just positioning my bow Ashigaru in these woods on the hill. Excellent. This is a really nice position. I definitely wouldn't want an opponent to be camped up here, because this is really difficult to attack unless you somehow manage to swerve around all angles and get your own bows here and shoot down, but that is going to be very difficult to do. So you can see that my Yari Cav are pretty much at the sword dojo now. They have dismounted and are capturing it. And my Kazuno Seikon Cav, well, they're going to go into the woods. And hoping that my opponent didn't memorize the fact that I had 2 Yari Samurai, I'm going to actually run them into the woods and keep one of them in the woods and move the other one out. Now, whenever I fight an opponent, I look at their army. The first thing I ever do is just go to my opponent. And this is probably a good tip. I just go to their army, I view it very carefully, I try to memorize it, really. Memorize the numbers, at least, how many of each he has, to make sure that, you know, none of them hid, or none of them are attacking me or something like that. That helps me kind of keep count. So you can see here that I've placed my units in the trees, just for lulz, and, well, this Yari Sam could be very helpful later. And you can see that he probably could have seen them, because now they're right there, but I don't know. He might have looked here and saw only one and forgot about the one at the bottom. I don't know. But you can see that he's pretty much harassing my Kazuno Seikon unit, and I'm not going to fall for that. I'm going to go back, and if he wants to play a game of, hey, I can shoot you because I've got a pointy stick that flies with a little springy stick, I'm going to answer to that with, I've got another one that is very similar to yours. Actually, they're the same color. And here come my bow samurai. They're going to stand on this awesome little position here and take some shots, and you can see some bodies of my Kazuno Seikon. Poor guy, the horse squished him, even in death. Ouchie. Anyway, so you can see here that I'm just moving my bow samurai, and my opponent sees this, and he's trying to kind of, he's trying to eliminate the hill advantage, so that any shots that I do get off aren't going to be as deadly. And I think he will get hurt, though. You can see there my bow samurai trying to get in range, and he's going to try to get some shots too. He ordered a shot command, and he's going to fire at my bow samurai, and he's going to get fired at. I take out one of his horses, and he takes out one of my bow samurai. There he takes 2 more, and with my volley I'm going to take, well, none. And that is Hora right there. Perfect Hora usage. So they're going to run away, and the reason they ran away is because, well, I was bringing my other Yari Cav in the mix. I was going to actually move them. I don't know if my opponent anticipated, because see, I swung one of them down here. I wanted to swing around from the bottom and from the top. I don't know if he saw this coming and wanted to run away to the safety of his units, or if he just ran away. I don't know. But nonetheless, it's a good move. So here's the map. You can pretty much see that I've got my opponent pinned against the edge of the map, and I already have a building, so capturing this building isn't important for me, because if he does capture it, will be equal in building capture count, and this I think boosts stamina and speed. So in a confrontation in such close quarters, speed isn't going to matter for my infantry, because yeah, it's not going to matter. So yes, I have the terrain advantage. I've got him pinned down. I'm not going to be attacking this position anytime soon. That's going to be a death wish right there. So what's going to happen now? Well, it's going to be a little bit stally. So let's go ahead and fast forward through here. And you can see that my opponent is actually starting to bring his Yari Samurai up here. I don't know if he's inviting me to split my forces and leave some infantry down here, hoping that he'll be able to win it on the right. But if my opponent moves up here, my thought process was, well, if he moves his units, I'm going to match it. And I do. And you can see here that it looks like it was his plan indeed to get my troops to fall away from this position. I think his initial thought process was, well, if he can pin me down here, he can manage to swing some bows around here, up on this little hill, and if he can stand here, he can shoot into my bows here, and then take this vicinity, and then move on and take the other vicinity. But I'm not going to let him do that, because hey, I'm going to leave this for him. If he wants to take it, go ahead. In fact, if his bows stand here and start to skirmish with my bows, that'll be great for me, because it'll give me more time for my infantry to attack his line, which I will be doing very soon. So right now I'm kind of waiting my opponent out, and you can see that he's left 2 Naginata Samurai units here. I don't know if he's forgotten about those. I highly doubt that, but why would you leave them in this position unless he's trying to do some sort of flanking maneuver? But maybe trying to keep out of range of my bows. But nonetheless, I'm going to shoot his general, who came a little bit too close, and with this I'm going to engage my infantry rush, and here come the Katana Samurai, and they're going to be rushing forward, and yep, they're going to be going towards his line of veteran Yari Samurai, but it shouldn't be a problem since I do have numerical superiority. As you can see, I've also got some archers and some cav units, so I don't think at this point that my opponent realizes that I've got a hidden unit of Yari Samurai. I've got one more hidden here, and this is a very nice target. For an opponent who has more, he's got a lot of Boa Shigaru here, and he's bringing Naginata Samurai also to help support in this fight. And then look, two more bow units here. It should be good for him. But anyway, let's focus on the main battle. You can see that I'm overloading both flanks here. I'm overloading both of these, the right and the left flank, with my Katana Samurai. I'm leaving the middle exposed. And the reason for this is because I want to shoot these guys with my archers and not cause any casualties, but my opponent is going to run right into my guys. And you can see here that I pull off a great charge with my Yari cavalry, and that starts that unit routing. And here's my general there using his little scare aura thingy. And let's take a look at back here what's going on. Well, you can see that my opponent is starting shooting me, but I've got a hill advantage, and I'm going to shoot back, yo! Shooting back into his units, and see he's trying to take that hill, just like I said earlier. And you can see here that I sent my general in, and I'm going to actually still keep my Kaze no Seikon and my samurai, my Yari Samurai, hidden for as long as I can. And you can see here that I used some of my flaming missiles, and pretty much winning the battle here. So that is it. I completely removed his Yari Samurai from the equation. You can see that I'm going to start moving my Katana Samurai down here to face these Naginata Samurai, and you can see that my opponent is trying to use his general, keep him alive. I want to catch him. I'm trying to catch him, but I won't be able to catch him. And you can see still hiding 2 units in the safety here, and I'm going to try to chase him down here, and I'm going to catch him, kill some of his guys. He's still in bow mode, I believe. Yep, he's in bow mode. So and I'm also shooting into him. So he brings me a little bit too close to my to his Naginata Samurai. I see them. I know they're hidden in the woods. That's not a problem. So I'm going to run out and use my Katana Samurai to attack them in this vicinity. You can see here that my Boa Shigaru wasn't doing too well due to the fact that they were fighting veteran units. But that's not a problem, because I'm going to pull back even more, and I need to keep these guys out of the fight. If they get into the fight here, I'm screwed. So I need to push, which is what I'm doing, pushing forward towards his Naginata Samurai. I'm going to keep my cavalry here as a stationary bait to get him out of those trees. Allow my units to come up here as opposed to going uphill. And just at the last minute, I'm going to be like, ha ha ha, catch me if you can. And here come my units from the right. And here on the left, well, I've got a Yari Samurai unit here. They're pretty much standing there, acting as a bow bait. Yep, that's it. Better them than my main force. And he's going to charge me with his own Yari Samurai. At this point, I activate the second unit of Yari Samurai. So my opponent now sees a double force in terms of infantry. You can see here that I've engaged his Naginata Samurai. And this is not going to be a happy place for them at all. because they're superiorly outnumbered. And you can see here that I'm going to run my Kazuno Seikon right into his Boa Shigaru, and bye-bye Boa Shigaru. Look at that, down to a third strength with 1 charge. Naginata Samurai are now facing 2 Yari Samurai as opposed to 1, and I've sort of got a hill advantage, it's not really. And you can see some crazy spear-to-spear action going on here, but Yari Cav is going to come in, and I need to attack this position here. I don't think I do it. Do I do it? No, I don't do it. Do I? No, I don't. You can see here these Naginata Samurai have closed me up, so I'm actually going to run away, and look, I'm going to try and get around this unit. You can see that these guys aren't faring too well, and here on the right I pretty much won the battle, and on the left I'm just messing around with my opponent. You can see that I'm getting shot, but I'm also doing this so that my archers can get some nice shots off here. I'm going to run around them, swing around here, and hit those guys, but they're already routed, so this shouldn't be a problem. They're all gonna rout. So you can see some crazy action there. Really a long battle, but really interesting. A lot of actions going on. You can see the main battle really was here at this position, and my opponent lost. But good game to my opponent, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And be sure to go back to the map to check out the other videos. And thanks for watching.